Yo, what's up, good people? Y'all know what time it is, baby. It's AA Sports, straight sports, no chaser. And you have the super team of sports talk here with y'all on one half of it. They call me Diego Berishnakoff, the Black Dominican Russian. And I'm here checking in with my main man, my partner in crime, the 6 foot and under post-up champ. Tell them who you are.
What's good people? It's your boy Uncle Hate, the other A in AA Sports, broadcasting live on a Monday. The first Monday after the playoffs start. Good times, basketball. What's good, homie?
Oh, man, I can't call it. We want to appreciate y'all as usual for joining us. Those of you guys that watch us on the YouTube platform, remember to keep watching, liking, subscribing that content there. We appreciate that. Make sure you leave us some comments as well. And also those of you guys that listen to us on the go, on the Spreaker app, well, we appreciate that. Again, leave some comments. Follow, subscribe to the show so you get those episodes downloaded onto that platform automatically. And as always, I want to shout out to our sponsors. Shout out to Distinct Finds. Go shop Distinct Finds at eBay and use the promo code AASports10 for a 10% discount on women's and children's luxury fashion items. And you can also check out my boys over there at Notoriously Fly on IG, selling some good urban gear there. Don't just get fly, get Notoriously Fly. Go check them out. Tell them AA Sports sent you. And last but not least, shout out to RevisParis.com. They're on IG as well. You can find good gear there. They actually have a 50% off sale going on right now, so won't be any better time than to rack up on some stuff there. All right. So we're going to get right on into it. Of course, we're going to break down initial weekend of the playoffs, go over some of those matchups, see what teams kind of did what they were supposed to do, who didn't, and what's going to have to happen going forward for the teams to either win or change the tide of the series. But before we do that, little loose open bar tonight. We don't have much. Not much has happened since we've been on a couple of days ago on Thursday, other than the start of the playoffs. Did you have any dubs or anybody holding L's over the weekend that you wanted to give a special recognition to?
We can give a going away dub to Uncle James. He retired today, from what I understand, officially. James Harrison.
Right, I did see that. Spent most of his career with the Steelers. Did play for the Bengals for a little while, and the Patriots last year. So what is that? 16 years, 17 years?
84 and a half sacks, 52nd all time. Man, that's not gonna get you in the Hall of Fame, but a good career. Pittsburgh should welcome him back home. Work with the defensive line or something. Mm-hmm. You know. They could have really jump-started this last season if they was honest with that, man. Tell them, look, you finished, B. We got this coaching job for you.
Have him and Joey Porter on the sidelines coaching?
Man, them young boys better not get out of line with both of them.
You already know. The only kind of dub that I had off the top of my head wasn't really sports-related. I'm going to give it up to Beyonce for the Coachella show. I woke up Sunday morning to just Beyonce every damn where.
All over the gram. She controlled
it. Every social media platform, you were absolutely right. To the degree that I saw people that I wouldn't be expecting to be tweeting about a Beyonce show, tweeting about a Beyonce show. So I said, let me go check out this damn Beyonce show. She's one hell of a performer, I will say that.
Can't take it from you.
Yeah.
Speaking in that vein, shout out to Kendrick Lamar. I'm going to give him a dub. I don't know if you saw it today. He won a Pulitzer Award for his album, Damn, the music one.
Okay.
That's pretty dope, man. Kids get that. That's pretty dope. So shout out to Kendrick on that one. What did you hear about Adidas wanting to give Cap an endorsement deal if he gets signed?
Yeah, I saw the headline, but I didn't take any time to click on the articles. First thing I thought to myself, go ahead and give him one anyway.
Right.
And watch people support it.
Right.
And then see nobody supports Cap or nobody thinks he's this and that. Watch that crowd eat a little bit of crow.
That's my whole thing. When I first saw it initially, I was like, okay, they want to fuck with him now with no deal. That's good. But then when I read it, they was like, if he gets signed, wherever he gets signed, they're going to be the backup. I don't believe Cap needs to be on a football team to sell Adidas apparel. I think he'd walk in right now and sell that shit out the stores.
Oh, absolutely. Especially the way you look at the way that the sneaker game has changed. I mean, you got celebrities like, you look at Pharrell. He's got some hot shoes out right now, and people are paying a lot of money for them.
Yes.
We know what Kanye does on the sneaker scene. So I mean, people get these kind of exclusive shoe deals to brand for certain companies. So I don't see why they wouldn't do it.
Right. I guess we can call that a 50-50. It's dope that they would want to mess with them, but them contingencies kind of make it a little bit of
It almost make it seem like
right. It's like the right thing to say,
right?
But you really don't mean it.
Like you just said, it's a very slim chance of him getting signed, and if he is signed, it's going to be probably for a backup.
Right.
What backup getting endorsement deals?
Right.
Now, I mean, he would be a different kind of backup. Don't get me wrong. He might be the first backup to lead the league in jersey sales. Other than that little hot.
Last year with y'all, didn't he lead the league? That last year he was with y'all, or he was in the top.
Last year he was in the league with us, right? Yeah.
But all right. Let's run through this last Well, the only football story we really have today is we talked about it on here last Thursday. I asked you a question. I said, would Dez take a haircut or would he have to pack it up? Well, the haircut wasn't on the table.
I was surprised by that.
I was really surprised by that. It kind of makes me want to give Jerry and them a L because they held on to that. I mean, like you said the other day, they held on to him. It's a business. They didn't want him to get free because that same money Paul Richardson got from the Redskins, Dez could have went and got to play with them and then destroy them during the regular season. So.
Right, because I'm pretty sure the Cowboys were aware, wait a minute, Washington ain't really got no weapons. Right. They got a decent quarterback that came in. But I think some of it, too, probably, of course, I'm not on the inside, but you think it had to do more with them having to take time to convince Jerry to cut him without even offering, a reduction in pay? I think it may have had just as much to do with that.
Yeah.
Because we know everybody kept wondering, why have they not did anything with Dez yet? When free agency started, no words. Then you got other receivers signing for all this big time money, and it made Dez's number look a little bit better, but the cap hit still was about 16.
That was the only issue. That was the only issue. People at like 69 balls, 800 plus yards, and 6 touchdowns is easy. If that were the case, a lot of cats would be getting it. But they did what they had to do. Now, of course, you hear all the rumblings coming out where they wanted him out the locker room.
That's what I'm getting ready to ask you about. Ask me about.
What would you think about Dak?
Well, I'm gonna say what you think about is we kind of on the same page. I'm gonna ask you what you thought about Dez's rant after the fact. Which he pretty much put out there that he thought some players had a big hand in this. Mm-hmm. And outside, the first two names came to mind: Jason Witten, Dak Prescott. All
day, they got him out of there. I don't believe that had nothing to do with Zeke. There was them two cats there,
because Zeke don't strike me as the type of cat that be like, hey man, get him up out of here, knowing all the shit that he just went through.
Right.
Last year. So I can't see Zeke saying nothing.
And Dez run blocks. He ain't no finesse wide receiver on the outside doing that Olay shit. Dez blocks.
Right.
I guess the thing I can't. We knew it was coming. I mean, Dak was kind of throwing them shots toward the end of the year last year, like when he said, maybe I'll throw the ball directly in his face mask so he can't drop it.
Right.
So, we saw this coming. But then, if that's the case, I mean, I know politically you got to come out and do that. Come out talking about that's my brother, man. It hurts to see him go. When all we've been hearing the whole time is they don't really vibe. So why can't he just say, I wish that man well instead of going up that line? Just be good, Dez.
Man, he got to try to distance himself from it.
That's how you do it. Say, be easy. We enjoyed you while you was here. I wish him luck. But to go up there and lie, everybody know you got that man gone.
Or, help. That was just player-wise. Now, I'm pretty sure Stephen Jones had a big hand in it.
Oh, that was done. He was saying that months ago.
Right. So
that number, that was a high number. I don't know.
Yeah. So
now, I pulled up some numbers for the teams that have been mentioned in regards to him. And I'm going to give you the team and how much cap space they got left. Green Bay is at $16 million. Washington has $17 million left. Ravens have 10. The Bills have 16. The 49ers have $47 million, and the Giants have 4.8. Giants, basically, somebody going to have to get cut. I'm assuming Brandon Marshall would have his money. If Dez went there, they probably cut him. That's about 6, I believe. But
and what wasn't Brandon Marshall talking about retiring?
Well, he was, but he said he didn't want to go out the way he left last year. He
That's
didn't
right.
play that many games. What, maybe 3 to 4?
Yeah, he didn't play very many. You're right. And in the 3 or 4 that he did play, he looked like hot shit.
He looked
Um,
washed.
I know Dez. I know he said it was personal, and he wants to be in that division so he can play them twice a year. But he may need to back off of that a little bit.
Expand his net.
Exactly. You say Green Bay got about 16, 17 million in cap room.
Yep.
I mean, is he better than Jordy?
I think he
Probably
gets
a little bit. He's probably a little bit better than Jordy.
Yeah.
So that is something to think about. We on the list because we got all the cap space in the world, but I would take this for free. I really don't want to pay him to come there.
Let me ask you this, and I don't want to say it because I don't want y'all to win, but if you put him in that Julio position, in that Shanahan offense, I mean, damn.
Nah, he ain't. I don't think he's athletic enough and fast enough to be doing that.
I mean, he took well, I can't say it was a year off, but I think he got at least that first year of revenge. You're going to get a lot out of him. I give him that 1 year, then that second year on us, but I don't know. I don't know where he's going to end up. I hear Baltimore, but him and Crab are kind of the same player to me.
Yeah, unless they're going to they have somebody like in the slot speed-wise that they can.
They picked up John Brown's tender ass. You know how that is.
Yeah, that's hit or miss. So I don't know. Who knows?
It's probably going. He needs to get this done before the draft. Like this week.
Absolutely. But at the same time, teams could be waiting and be like, we're gonna wait on the draft,
right?
And then we'll come holler at you.
It's like next week, right? So yeah, Disney. If somebody puts some bread on the table this week, I'll take it. Because he waits to that draft, he might be sitting till June.
Yeah, you're gonna be looking at until some teams make some June 1st cuts.
Right.
Got more space. Outside of that, he may be looking at about 5 a year.
I mean, I think that's what he's gonna get anyway. I'm thinking 5 a year. Maybe they throw. Well, how does the bonuses work? If they put incentives in there, that doesn't affect the cap number, right? Because those are things you have to go get.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on how they structure the deal. So we'll see.
Shit, give him 5 and tell him he can make another 5 if he hit 1,300 yards. And
give him a Richard Sherman deal?
Yeah, basically one of those. Hell, Sherm can negotiate it for him. I better win to get paid type deal. All right, dog. Let's jump in these NBA playoffs.
All right. Before we jump into the NBA playoffs, I did have one nice tidbit. I think we talked about it last week. But we still got people declaring for the draft. Wendell Carter Jr. finally declared today. So he makes the fifth. Basically, all the Duke starters from this year are going to be in the NBA draft. 4 of them early entrants, and of course, Grayson Allen was a senior.
Right.
Of course, he's a top 5 pick. They're just going to reload next year. The reason I brought that up is I thought about today because I know we've been waiting on this news to drop.
Right.
As Carolina fans, we don't need Duke to be any more loaded.
I thought he might have stayed, cuz I really did.
Yeah, from what I gathered, it seemed like his mom really wanted him to stay and saying it was him. Talking about he's a student. He wants to do the school stuff. Okay, she was putting his name on it, but that sounded more like her talking.
Right.
But no, what I wanted to bring up was, you got the whole one and done, situations. I think some of these cats may need to start looking at the right city. If you're going to be a one and done, obviously winning the NCAA championship ain't high on your list of priorities. You may want to start going to a school that actually is going to fit your skill set.
Right.
If you take Gary Trent and Duval from Duke, they maybe not Gary Trent as much, but Duval's draft stock, I'm pretty sure, got hurt because he couldn't excel at doing what he does, which is be, for what I understand, like a similar type of Derrick Rose type player. Because he had 2 bigs pretty much in the lane at all times.
Right.
He had to defer to Grayson Allen on the perimeter, and he can't shoot. So that kind of left his driving lanes scarce.
Right.
So rather than piling up at one school, like a lot of the Kentucky boys would do, or now you're seeing at Duke, you may want to think about going somewhere where you actually going to play.
Right.
Because if you if you sit Kentucky's bench, look at like what's that boy's name? Scal
Right.
from Kentucky.
LeSabre or something. Yeah.
You know, he could be probably a little bit better off if he would have went back another year and been the guy versus was he coming off the bench, I think?
Yeah, Kentucky always gets some bench guys drafted, but I guess the thing to be getting me, I mean, potential really be selling these people. These cats don't be playing. I mean, they really don't play, and people be giving them millions of dollars off of what might be. You know?
I mean, if you're a lottery pick, I get it. But for the ones that's doing it, and then you ending up because you 7th on Kentucky's depth chart. Yeah, you went to Kentucky. Yeah, you won and done, but you getting picked late first round, second round. So now you G League bound from the start, pretty much. Right. And I just think you chopping yourself in potential earnings by doing that.
I mean, because if you look at most teams, NBA teams, the winning teams, it's not many of them that have 3 stars. 3 of them is hard to play with. Let alone you got a college team with 5 dudes who was McDonald's All-Americans trying to share the ball. That's not preparing you.
And it takes time. I mean, we look at LeBron and Wade and Boshman in Miami. It took them a quarter, almost half the season to finally get it flowing. Look at OKC this year. They've been up and down all year. You know what I'm saying? And they pros. These are all-star level players, Olympic players, world champions, and it's taking them at least a half season, if not a full season, to jail. So what you think 18-year-old kids, you know what I'm saying, coming from an AAU background.
Well, they the man on the team.
You trying to play for a system coach like a Coach K. I don't know, man.
It's hard. That's a good point you made, but I just, unfortunately, I don't think a lot of these kids are looking at that. I think
get that first bag and get it right now. They ain't thinking about bag 2 and 3.
Right. I'm going to go to Duke, play 6 months. We're going to win a title. I'm going to get paid. But then you get to the pros, well, they're going to break him down at the combine when he can't shoot a jump shot. Because we was leaving him wide open. He couldn't hit shit.
Yeah.
So we'll see where that goes. But shout out to Wendell Carter. I really thought you were going to stay and, enhance this super class they got coming in. But I'm glad you're going. Shout out to him. All right. Anything else you got?
Now we can get on into these NBA games.
Well, let's get the ones out the way that I deem we don't have to go too deep in. Golden State
right.
They beat the shit out of the Spurs.
Any chance Spurs having that series? No. I think I picked Golden State in 5 or 6.
I think you took them at 6. I took them at 6.
Yeah. They have no shot. They have no shot if LaMarcus Aldridge is going to play like a weak 5-year-old like he did Saturday. They have no shot if that's what he's going to do.
But who else you got the double but him?
Right.
I mean, who else? Can't nobody else out? I mean, Mills can hit a jump shot here and there. Denny Green can. But for the most part, you ain't got nobody to double. Because Kawhi wasn't even at the game Saturday.
Mm-hmm. I think I saw today because I saw before the game started like an injury report saying that he was officially out for game 1. I'm like, oh, are we still doing this? we don't need to hear no injury report on Kawhi Leonard no more. We know what the deal is, and I think they finally said it today that he's more than likely out for the playoffs. But I'm like, man, stop with all the lip service. We know he's not playing.
I'm gonna raise my hand because my dumb ass thought he might have played. I really thought. I was like, he's not gonna do this team this dirty this year. He's not. He's gonna play a game. He's gonna come back in the playoffs. Well, that got put to bed. Pop told him that somebody asked Pop. He said, "I don't know. You need to ask Kawhi and his group. Is he gonna be ready?" That shit's crap, man. And you know who this might benefit in the long run?
Who's that?
Michael Jordan. Throw that pick to try to get Kawhi. Do it. Try to trade for him. Maybe you can keep him. I mean, hell, don't seem like Kawhi is too swerved by money. Or it don't seem like he's a Jordan brand guy. Throw that pick at him. You got a 10 or 12.
And Hornets got some cap issues.
They got a lot of cap issues.
So they might need to try to figure that out first.
Yeah, it's funny. I got them on here too. But, yeah, so Golden State's going to do what they do. They look dominant. They look like their old selves with no Steph. I wouldn't, if they can get through this series in 4 games, they'll be straight. But they play tonight, I believe, and I think they're going to lose again.
Yeah, they're the second game.
Okay. Boston and Milwaukee. I wish I would have saw that game yesterday. We was politicking and all. I really want to see that game because I've been saying for the last week, they lose that series, man. That's an upset to me. It's an upset. You got too much talent on this team, but when I was looking at the box score,
All right, people. Sorry about that. We have a little bit of technical difficulty. Hey, you back?
yeah, I'm with you. But
Okay.
I felt like Boston got it done. I still don't know how these pieces are gonna fit when they get everybody back healthy. But Terry Rozier had a good game. Al Horford had a throwback Hawks game to me. 24, 13, and 4 assists, hit some threes. He had a solid game. The young boys, they balled. What you got?
That's why it's hard for me to call it an upset because Bucks got the talent in Giannis. They got Eric Bledsoe, but he ain't really never went to that next level.
Is he another one of them Kentucky cats you was just talking about? Real deep team, get some minutes, got drafted. He got the bag, but he ain't really developed the way I thought he would.
He's developed enough where he's got a pretty nice size second contract, right?
Brian got him paid.
Not only that, but Eric Bledsoe did his thing. I'm talking about them cats that go straight to the G League, and we don't never hear from them no more.
Them type dudes. Okay.
Yeah, them type dudes.
Gotcha. Maybe I'm valuing him too much. I just felt like this should be. I ain't saying they're supposed to blow him out every game, but you got a top 5 guy in Giannis. But you know what? Defense solves some problems.
That and Hart.
Yeah.
I think we may be undervaluing the Celtics guys maybe a little.
Right. You're absolutely right with that. Milwaukee need to win this next game.
But I think because of course I didn't see the game. It went to overtime. I saw the box score. I saw Chris Middleton, aka what I call him, gluten-free Joe. You call him Joe? Diet Joe Johnson. He had about 35 points, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. He's got to do that every game. To give them a second option. You can't just all be Giannis.
6.
Yeah.
He hit 5 threes in that game.
Yeah. But they in order for Milwaukee to win, they can't let Al Horford go off on them.
But who's the size to guard him? Giannis is 6'11", but he light and ass.
Al Horford ain't gonna bang you to death.
They probably had John Henson on him.
I'm pretty sure if I look at the shot chart, it was probably a bunch of elbow jumpers.
You know what? Put some on it because I pulled it up. He only hit 8 shots. Most of that was free throws. He hit 13 or 14 from the free throw line. Only took 2 threes. He lived in the paint Sunday.
Okay.
That was an old Horford, a throwback game.
Gotcha.
They must have told him, look, we know you love this 3-point line, but we need you to get in there and block this game. So.
Yeah, but I think Milwaukee will take game 2. I think they'll build on game 1. And they'll take, if you're the road team, you just want to get a split out of those first 2. When you get a split, then you should be good.
And that's a hard place to play it, regardless. Them fans are probably ape shit yesterday afternoon. So, and they still went in as the number 2 seed. So we'll see where that goes. What other game? Well, Portland got it done. Well, Portland lost to New Orleans. Shout out to Anthony Davis and New Orleans. I'm all off today. They got that done. You hit me Saturday, talking about the folk playoff Rondo. He's different, people. He be a wild animal during the regular season, but playoff Rondo, before he broke his hand last year, I believe they would have beat Boston in the first round. Won Chicago up 2-0.
Yep.
He broke his hand game 3, and it was a wrap. So
they won those first 2 games in Boston
handily.
Yeah. So
having a triple-double in that series.
Yeah, if he's going to set the table like that, then that can compensate for Boogie not being there. Yes. I think Drew Holiday had a pretty good game, if I'm not mistaken, that game. They had a pretty nice Pelicans had a pretty nice effort. Now the first half of that game, McCollum and Dame, they were missing. They did a little bit better second half, but the first half of that game they were missing. You got to come out from the jump. This is a playoff. This ain't a regular season game on a Tuesday in the middle of January. It's time to buckle it up and play.
But that's 48. That is how they move. If them dudes ain't scoring, because neither one of them are facilitators to that point to where, okay, if I'm not scoring, I'm going to go get 12, 13 assists and get the rest of my team off. That ain't neither one of them. So if them jumpers ain't falling, Portland's in trouble all day long. But Alvin Gentry doesn't get enough credit for what they've done this year. Like I said last show, I thought they were dead in the water when Boogie got hurt. Dead in the water. So for them to go up there and get that game on the road, we'll see where it goes tomorrow night when they play again. But Anthony Davis got his first playoff win, got the monkey off his back. So we're gonna see what's good there.
Yeah, another thing now that I'm pulling up the box score, another thing that obviously stands out, CJ and Dame shot a combined 3 free throws. That won't cut it.
3-point line.
That won't cut it. I mean, now they took one of them took 9, the other one took 10. They both hit 4 out of those 3. So they both shot about 40% from 3-point line, which is pretty good. But they didn't do much else.
You got to put some pressure on that. Dame should be shooting 10 free throws. I love, CJ is not necessarily the driver that Dame is, but I think it'll be different. I mean, they still could have won that game down the stretch. If I'm not mistaken, they got the last shot blocked that probably could have won the game. So,
right, Dame not gonna shoot 6 for 23 again. So,
no. I like Dame. Like Dame a lot.
I'm looking for them. I think they'll even that up tomorrow.
What happened? They lose that game. Got to go on the road, down 2-0.
Okay. They can go on the road. They can go on the road to win, I think. I don't think, New Orleans is a team that once they get up 2-0, they just can't be caught.
No.
3-0 is a different story, but they definitely Portland got to win this game. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Wizards and Raptors. Washington was in that game. I watched a good bit of this game.
That's so frustrating.
Yes, they are. And I mean, John Wall balled, man. If you look at that, you look at the box score, you can say, yeah, he balled, but they playing different. That ball was moving, and when he wasn't there,
you know what the problem with John Wall was, though?
What's that?
He missed 37 fucking layups. They did. Somebody put a clip together on I think it was on Twitter over the weekend of all the missed layups that he missed game 1. It had to be about 10 or 12 of them. The clip was like a minute and a half long.
Straight up.
And I know watching the game, I was like, damn, he keep missing layups, but I didn't realize it was as many as it was.
Now, I know they were letting him play a bit more.
Yeah,
So
but he was missing a lot of layups he normally make.
Yeah.
So I don't think that'll happen again. But
I tell you what,
in that game, they lost it in that 3 to 5 minute stretch where they got behind about 10, 12 points.
Yeah.
Right there, end of the third.
Yeah, they did. But one thing I don't expect to happen again, Serge Ibaka getting you 23-12, 2 blocks and hit 3 threes. I'm not banking. A lot of them dudes hit a lot of shots that they normally don't make.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
well, see, that's the thing. I think if you're talking about Toronto's bench, I think they've been doing that a lot this year, though. And they didn't have Van Fleet, and he was out. So I think that was a golden opportunity for Washington to cash in, because even though DeRozan and Lowry played better second half, they were just like CJ and Dame in the other game. They didn't do shit first half.
They got about 47 points from their bench Saturday.
Yeah. And so Washington, like I said, at times, and this is happening during the same game sometime, you look at them and you be like, man, they should be like a top 3 seed with the talent, and they go on like a 15-0 run, and you be like, that's the team out that they should be. And then they'll turn around in the next 5 minutes, they'll look like the 8 seed that they are.
I look at I was going back looking at some of this stuff. I was looking at the payrolls, the top payrolls in the league, and Washington is number 5 at $123 million. Now, I don't really have a problem with that, because I still think in the East, if they get hot enough, they can come out. Now, what's funny, Miami is 4th in payroll, total payroll. They have no chance of winning the East. It's amazing. I mean, you got to spend the money. I get that, but some of these teams are just, it's just not going to happen. Now, Golden State and Cleveland are 1 and 2 as far as payroll. I think OKC could come out. They're 3. New Orleans is 6. Milwaukee is 7. You spend all that money, and you're nowhere close to getting out of your conference. that was just a side note I was looking and thinking about. It's
I
amazing.
mean, it's probably always going to be that way though, because each year you don't have any more than 3 or 4 teams that are legit title contenders. So
Not even winning the title, just let's say getting to the conference finals in your conference. You
okay,
got
then you take that 3 or 4 to about 6.
yeah. I just thought that was interesting with Miami because I'm like, damn, you look at their offense, they can't. Well, we can go to that game now. You got anything else on Toronto?
Oh, nah, I think this well, obviously it's a must win for Washington. I think. Well, you can go down 2-0 because you're going home. But
Yeah.
I think they want to get a split. Because they do need to get some type of advantage in this series. I don't think they want to come back to Toronto for game 5 down like 3-1.
Shout out to Otto Porter. He only got 7 shots in that game. Only 7. I don't blame him for that. How he only gets 7 shots and Wall got 15 assists? Guess everybody else got the ball that game.
Well, he stopped. Wall really didn't have any assists like the last quarter.
So he got them early.
And it was like, up until the third quarter, he was dishing them out. But they spread it around a pretty good amount.
It should be a solid series. I'm still riding with my Washington pick in that series, though. They're going to get it done. All right. Miami.
They don't need for none of these teams to panic after one game.
Nah. You get the 2-0. Then you might get a little bit of that lemon booty. But right now, you one game behind. Good. See what happens. All right. The 76ers, I think, put on the best show of the weekend.
Okay, I didn't see this game.
Ben Simmons looked really good. I think I hit you Saturday, like, man, it's 16. They're pretty damn good. Ben looks like LeBron out there. I mean, you surround him with shooters.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the game was fairly close in the first half. I think they went to the second half up 1. That shit was over with. Third, fourth, it was a wrap. You got a cat with that type of handle surrounded by shooters. You can't, even if you lagging off of him. If he's coming to the hole, somebody's gonna be open. You gotta collapse. They look good, man.
Like I said, I didn't see the game, so it's hard for me to say. But if he's driving to the hole, they need to change their defensive strategy. Like I said, they're not forcing him to shoot jump shots like they should be, because otherwise he's not getting to the hole and dishing out assists. If you force him to take jump shots, like again, play him like you used to play LeBron them. I mean, we may need Pop and the Spurs to come show us how to do this.
Yeah.
But if you play it the right way, it'll change the way that they play. It'll change the way that they play because he's getting on a lot of those assists off penetration, defense collapsing because people are playing up on him. And he's going, he's got the handle to go around them. Start making him take that jump shot. There's no reason why he took, 1-3 all year?
I think he took 15 maybe.
They're not forcing him. They're not forcing him to shoot that shot. To show him, hey, shoot a jumper. Let me see you shoot a jumper.
Right. Miami, like I said, I don't know how they score. I mean, you would say Dragic is their best scorer. You would say that. It's not Whiteside. From what I understand, he's beefing with them. He was mad about the minutes he got Saturday. And there's no flexibility coming anytime soon. This is it. I was looking at that going through 2020. They're pretty tied in with these salaries they got.
Well, I mean, they kind of similar to Boston. They don't have the stars. Well, of course, Kyrie and Gordon are hurt. But
that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about going forward. Like, I know where they are right now.
Right.
Competing in the playoffs, that team on a year-to-year basis, how they going? They don't score. They don't have scores to get it done. I mean, well, maybe Dion Waiters. I forgot about him. He should come back. I mean, he can put the ball in the hole. But they got a lot of guys that play defense, and defense does get you there. I mean, hell, they won 44, 47 games.
Right.
But it was baffling to me looking at that team like, damn, if it got tight, who could they get a ball to and say, go get us a basket? Who?
Right. Yeah, like I said, they depend on Dragic to create. Tyler Johnson sometimes takes on that role. And that is, I think about it.
Yeah. I mean, you got Justice on there. I like his game, but he's never developed into an offensive player, really. You know, Dwayne Wade, I mean, he's coming off the bench. He only played 19 minutes, have 11 points for him Saturday. I'm just real surprised that Pat Riley went this route. They normally keep that flexibility for down the line, but hey, it is what it is. Let's jump to Oklahoma City.
What could have possibly helped them is they got – no, I don't think any of those dudes got particularly bad contracts that aren't, you know what I'm saying, that are not movable. Some of them guys, a lot of them guys like, you know, James Jones, Justice, a lot of them guys can be pieces, I think, on teams with stars that may be worth, you know, whatever their salary cap number is. But when you got a mixture of glue guys and no star. That's kind of what they got. Absolutely.
I mean, I don't think they'll be able to move Whiteside. He's owed $51 million over the next 2 years.
No, outside of him, I'm talking about anybody if they got contracts in like 12 to 15 million a year, that range. I think that's probably what they got.
Yeah, those are reasonable. Hell, they still owe Chris Bosh. They've been paying him. They pay him $26 million next year too. So that.
Oh yeah, because he just retired last year.
Yeah, that's on the book still. I saw that on the little the salary thing. Anywho, OKC got it done yesterday over Utah. Paul George, there was a Paul George playoff sighting, people. He had 8 3-pointers. I hope y'all don't expect that every game.
Now, Paul George in the playoffs in Indiana used to ball now.
Yeah, used to.
I mean, he was just there last year.
Nah, he ain't balled for them last year.
I'm not saying not last year, but I'm saying he's balled more in the playoffs in more years that he hasn't.
I'm sure. I'm just saying I don't expect if you're expecting 36 at that type of shooter, he went 8 for 10 yesterday.
Not 8 for 10, but he's damn sure capable of going for 30.
Yeah.
If Russell allows it.
So you think it's Russell?
I'm not saying it's all Russell. I'm just saying if Russell get it, if Russell is hot, then Russell gonna take 20, 25 shots a game.
Oh, don't get me wrong. You know how I feel about Russell's shot selection, but I just feel like it was a down. Even when Russell, because a lot of times they staggered them to where Paul wasn't on the floor with Russell. And he just seemed like he just was having a terrible shooting year this entire year. It's like he was hot before the All-Star break. Then it went down. And, you know, this is like the best game he shot in a minute. But
hey, playoffs is when your stars step up, so.
They're supposed to, and that's a good thing for them. If you get the both of them going downhill like this, you know, Melo giving you 12 to 15, you know, that's what you need. They need to dispatch this team quickly. I'm thinking it'll be 6 or 7, but I wouldn't want to mess around with these dudes. Get this next game, go to Utah, hope for a split, come home.
Yeah, because I think Donovan Mitchell is questionable for game 2.
Yeah, he got a foot contusion.
Yeah, and I haven't watched a whole lot of Utah. What I started to see last night was a lot of Donovan Mitchell taking on the world, and everybody standing around watching. And in the playoffs, that's not gonna cut it.
Shit, that's another team where he is the only person that can get you you can throw the ball to get you a bucket. I mean, Ricky Rubio can make plays for everybody else, but I can't really think of anybody else on that team, you know, that can take pressure off of him. But they definitely don't need to make a rookie the entire offense. I mean, he balled last night.
I mean, Joe Ingles got a decent little game, but he's really not going to create too many of his own shots. So I think Dante Exum, that young boy, he been injured so much, he ain't met his full potential. And I thought about something last night as I saw it. Derek Favors
from Georgia Tech.
Yeah, he's only 26 years old.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like he's been in the league forever.
It seemed like he got traded for Darren Williams.
I was gonna say they say he got traded. They say he got traded for the good Darren Williams.
Right.
Think about how long ago that was, and he's just 26. That kind of blew my mind.
Yeah. You know what Utah could really use right now? They could use playmaking small forward like Gordon Hayward. A year too late. 1 year too late. If he'd had Donovan Mitchell, I bet his ass would have stayed because they could have paid him more money and they would have won.
Yeah.
It didn't work out that way. All right, let's talk about LeBron and them. I think LeBron and then we got the Timberwolves game and we good. We saw a bit of this game yesterday. We didn't see all of it, but the Pacers got it done. They went into Cleveland, got an 18-point win. Now, they were up a good bit in this game, and then the Cavs kind of hawked them down. But Oladipo and them got it done at the end. I don't believe it's reason to be nervous. Now, they have beat them 4 to 5 times they played this year. But I don't believe it's time to panic or whatever. But the one thing I've been hearing today, because like I said, I didn't see a whole lot of this game, is LeBron wasn't aggressive in the first quarter.
And which in about 50% of the time that's the case because he's coming out and trying to get everybody else involved, and he does that quite a bit.
Yeah. So,
but I mean, like I said, I didn't really see much of the game. I saw 2 or 3 minute stretch when the Cavs cut it to 10, 8 or 10, I think, in the third quarter.
Yeah.
But I mean, just looking at the box score, it's almost, you can pretty much tell. I mean, look at the shooting percentages.
yes.
And if the Cavs aren't making threes, they're not winning. And we talked about Thursday on last week's show how the new guys, Rodney Hood, Jordan Clarkson, Larry Nance, George Hill, these guys ain't been on this stage before. Well, George Hill a little bit with Indiana.
Yeah.
But most of these guys haven't been on this stage before, and they were going to have to produce because they're pretty much the core of the team.
Yep.
None of them did jack shit.
Nothing.
Look at this box score at least.
Yeah. And I mean, numbers don't lie. You ain't got to look at a complete game to look at the numbers and see these dudes weren't hitting shots. So,
I mean, I think Cleveland shot 38% from the field. They're not going to beat the Orlando Magic shooting 38% from the field. So
LeBron had a triple double in that game. If them dudes was hitting their shots, he probably would have had 20 assists if they were hitting shots.
Right. Because of course, the thing with the Cavs been, what do they rank the defense?
25th.
25th. And they held them to under 100 points.
Right.
So it seemed like the defense, Ty Lue, I think today said he was kind of pleased with the defense, but the offense, it's got to get on track. So, again, Cleveland in a similar situation to Portland, must win game 2. You don't want to go down 3-0. Indiana is a tough place to play, especially in the playoffs.
Allen Fieldhouse, where they be hollering and shit. Hey, man, I think Ty Lue is a candidate for that Scaredy's box, dog. I'm starting to hear scared in him all the time when he be talking now. I understand he had the health issues and all, but it's starting to sound really shaky with him.
Hey, man, we might have to dust it off. Scaredy's the cereal for scared people. We're going to see.
He just don't he sound like, not too confident about everything now?
Yeah, a little bit.
And that's one thing I liked about him when he first got there. He had a bit of, confidence about him,
Oh, yeah, because, LeBron got the coach fired from me. I'm coming here and show y'all how to do this thing. We ain't not favored to win it anyway because look at Golden State.
Right.
I already got me one.
Right.
Hey, now, you ain't got Kyrie no more.
Kind of need
him. Love been out. Bench not playing well. Your defense sucks.
And, as much as I love LeBron, we both are LeBron fans. LeBron James needs a second superstar. Primarily a ball-handling superstar. Kevin Love is dope, but LeBron needs a guy who he can give the ball to and go bust ass. He had Wade before. He had Kyrie. He don't have that with this team. There is not, Jordan Clarkson can go get you a bucket here or there, but he ain't Kyrie Irving. He ain't even Diet Kyrie.
Right.
Check soda Kyrie.
I ain't even putting. Oh, you said Jordan Clarkson. Okay, I was thinking about George Hill. I ain't even putting George Hill in the set. George Hill is a fucking what's that chocolate drink? A Yahoo. That's what he is. But no, not Yahoo. That's the damn email thing. He's a Yahoo.
Brian don't have what he normally works with, so like you said, they gotta win this next game.
Right. That's kind of the downside to him being a set the table, pass first, Magic Johnson type player, is if he don't have that dominant second score, now it's got to kind of be him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just not.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we'll see it next game.
I'm thinking 42, 15 to 12.
Right. Because I saw a little bit of the press conference. Of course, he wasn't remotely worried about it. We haven't seen him lose a first round game. The first game of a first round playoff. I don't think.
This is his
at
first
least
time.
in a while.
Yeah.
But we've seen him lose enough games to where we know what's going to happen in the second game.
Right. Somebody's
we know what's going to happen in the second game.
So we definitely going to see with that. All right. The Minnesota Houston game. Houston they pulled this game out last night, 104 to 101. And I came away, this was one of the first times this year, and I'm not hating when I say this. I was pretty fucking impressed with James Harden last night.
Because he was cooking last night.
I was pretty impressed because
last night.
Nothing with him last night. Nothing.
Nah. Jimmy, nobody.
Man, can I give Tibbs an L for throwing Derrick Rose out there on him like that to get destroyed the way he was?
Derrick Rose was hooping last night, though.
He had his points, but come on, man. You know Derrick Rose wasn't gonna be able to stay in front of no damn Harden.
Yeah.
I mean, he was balling last night. If there was any, I don't believe there's no conversation about who's gonna be the MVP. But if there was any, he kind of showed you last night.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be him. Definitely gonna be him.
The thing that sticks out to me with that game last night,
Capella.
Well, Capella too, but Minnesota should have won this game. Houston only shot 27% from three. That's the game you got to win.
Especially playing them, right?
At home, that's the game you got to win. 27%. And you know what it's going to be next game. You already know. Bombs away.
Yeah. But I think what compensated was the fact that they got, 25 out of Capella?
Yeah.
So they didn't hit the three ball like normal, but they got 25 points where they normally get, 8 to 10 out of him maybe on a good day.
Yeah.
So I'm not expecting either one of those things to happen again. I ain't expecting him to have 25 in this game. I'm expecting it probably to go back to normal. They're going to hit their threes, and he's going to be defense, rebounding, which he did an excellent job of holding Cat down to 8 points, 9 points, or 8 shots I think Cat had.
Cat had 9 shots, 8 points, 12 boards, 2 assists. Tibbs needs an offensive coordinator. I know this is basketball.
Something, right? Do you think it was more? Well, I mean, of course, at the end of the day, the coach always got to take the blame. But how much of it do we put on the players for not getting him the ball and then him demanding the ball? Because it wasn't like Jimmy was going off last night.
No,
we know Andrew Wiggins. We know Andrew Wiggins is standing in the corner scared.
Yeah.
It's like Jeff Teague was like, "Fuck it, I'll take the damn ball to the hole."
Is it safe to say that Butler is the only person on that team that has legit dog in him, like every night dog? I like Cat, but Cat, that's not his personality.
No, it's not his personality, but he normally plays hard. Why he didn't get more shots last night, like you said.
I'm not shitting on him.
I'm just saying,
like, that dog that Jimmy has, he want to go at you every night. This just seemed like a team of really nice guys. T, Wiggins.
I think T got a little bit more in it than we probably give him credit for.
Okay. But, yeah. And now Tibbs came out and said, he needs more activity out of Cat. Maybe the lights got to him his first game. First playoff game.
Yeah. Well, no. I expect him to play much better. But like I said, they had a chance. They were in the game. They had an opportunity.
Man, they got 31 points out of Derrick Rose and Jamal Crawford last night. That's solid. But yeah, I mean, Jimmy only had 11 shots. It wasn't like you said, he wasn't having a killer game.
Right, so Cat had 8 shots. Jimmy had 11.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But I bet you Jeff Teague had about 12 or 13 shots, right?
9.
9? Okay. So they kind of spread it around, I guess.
Yeah, the person who took the most shots was Wiggins. He had 15. Okay. But they had the shot clock late. He in the corner got to let it go because that's just not his game.
But it needs to be. He needs to be way more aggressive.
For $150 million, you goddamn right. You need to be trying. I mean, he had 18, 6, and 1 assist. But that's just not his game.
Yeah, you're not going to get much out of Taj, Gibson. Zane didn't give him really anything last night. And they only go about 7 deep, probably 7, 8 at the most. So and they got to get it out of they got to get it out of their top 5 guys.
This was a game they had to win. Chris Paul was only 5 of 14, 1 of 6 from 3. That will not be the case going forward every game. Now, I like the way they played him hard. and 3 points. I mean, technically, they had a chance to win this game. That last shot that Jimmy put up, that was a terrible shot. That was the best you can get out of a timeout for the last shot. That was the best shot y'all can get.
Want to scream about that last week, about that end of the last regular season game against Denver?
You sure did.
This is a history. In Chicago, Tibbs had this same history.
Mm-hmm. They need an offensive coordinator. Like
they need to make that. They might need to make that a position.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you are an offensive minded coach, you need to have like a Mike Woodson or somebody over there on your bench. Which, by the way, I want to say I saw his name pop up
for the Knicks.
Head coach.
Knicks.
Okay, again, right? Okay, that's what I thought.
So I'm sorry, not Philly. So Phil Jackson had him there. They won 55 games like the year before, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe the year before that.
Yeah.
You had him, could have kept him, fired him. Phil did them dirty, man. Phil did that franchise so dirty.
I like Woody, man. You know, Woody just gonna take that shit from you.
Yeah. Shit, he might not have that chance for that job though, because what you think the Clippers gonna do?
They better fire Doc.
They got to do it. I mean, the draft and all that will be coming up the end of May, if I'm not mistaken. So,
they ain't did it yet. What the fuck they waiting on?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, what's happening?
Hey man, some franchises, man, Doc may still be there next year.
Yeah.
Some franchises just get what they deserve.
Right. I mean, technically they played hard. They finished ninth in the West with. I can't tell you everybody on that team, but you still got to figure out DeAndre. They should have traded him. You gonna let him walk?
You gotta get something for him.
Well, it's done now.
Well, he's free.
He's free.
He's free this year, right?
Yes. Like this summer. Why would you not have traded him in February? Even if Cleveland was only offering Tristan Thompson, so what? You get something.
Yeah.
But we'll see. You got anything else, big dog?
No, not at all. Not at all.
I think the focus will shift Monday. We got to start getting prepared for the draft. That will be here.
Yeah, the draft is next week. Speaking of which, remember I've been saying for like 2 weeks now, NFL never got back with me. NFL never get back with me. Guess who I got an email from today?
Straight up?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And it says, we don't have any more space for you. But they did.
Y'all some lying MFs. That's Jerry World. You can fit almost 300,000 people in there.
Right. They did send me something for I don't know what. I guess they're gonna show it in a theater at a secondary location or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
So they gave us an invite for that. But it's pretty much first come first serve. Ain't no guarantee you're gonna have a seat. That kind of shit. I ain't flying out to Dallas for that.
Does it start the 26th? That's the day of the draft?
Yeah, it's on Thursday. Just next Thursday, pretty much.
Okay, so we need to go on Wednesday. All right.
You know what I'm saying? I want to email them back, like, for real, it would have been nice to know this information a little bit further in advance. I kind of live like halfway across the country.
You know how you'll get a response? Add them on Twitter.
On Twitter. Very true.
They
probably gave all them damn tickets to the people in Dallas.
Yeah. I should have gave them an L anyway. They just messed up my whole shit. Calvin really was gonna fall. He was going to fall.
He does seem like a Dallas kind of guy, Dallas fit, right?
You won't get past 19.
I don't think he's gonna last till 19.
You think not?
Well,
let's look at a mock Thursday. We'll look at
that back. I tell you, because with those quarterbacks getting pushed up the ladder, a lot of other things are starting to fall. So
yeah,
if some of these mocks are correct, where you got Minkah Fitzpatrick, I seen one that had us taking Saquon Barkley at 9.
I saw that.
If you got things like that happening, then Calvin Ridley could very well still be there in the late teens.
They talking about 6 quarterbacks in the first 12 again.
Yeah, and they keep talking about it, and you know how they do it with quarterbacks. That's all I was saying. I think we were talking about it last week. Baker going top 10.
Yeah.
It's
that's gonna happen.
Yeah, so it is what it is.
What do you think? You think C.J. Anderson got anything left? I
thought he got cut today.
Yeah, I kind of want my team to kick the tires.
We'll see. I mean, is he He Eddie Lacy, right? Is he just like the second coming of Eddie Lacy? Don't he like to eat?
It got to be better than Eddie Lacy.
No, I'm just saying. As far as don't he like to eat? Don't he always have problems with his weight?
This past year, he had a solid year last year.
Okay. You know, I mean, he's a good back. I know he normally pressing the scale, pressing the threshold on the scale. But I know, because the reason I say that normally leads to him getting injuries. I think that's what's led to a lot of his injuries and shit because he be overweight.
I think I look at his different because Eddie shit be ankles and hamstrings. That's when you big. His shit be knees. You know, he got his knee tore up a couple times.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind Carolina getting him. I mean, Christian McCaffrey is not an every down back, so.
I wouldn't. Like I said, y'all won't be going into that with Christian. Just wait for the draft to play out. June 1st cuts. Y'all will get somebody.
I hope.
Y'all get somebody.
We'll look at a mock every Thursday.
We have to look at that now. Probably, definitely Monday.
So it'll be on the way.
Well, shit, we gotta figure out. Yeah, we gotta figure out the schedule for next week too.
That's what I'm saying. We'll talk.
Yeah, we'll do it. All right, man. Tell people where to reach you at on social media.
At RK6000, holla at me. I talk sports.
Ryan, you can reach your boy at Diego Barish. Again, that's on both of those are on the Twitter platform. Also, check out the AA Sportscast Twitter page, IG page, and Facebook page. Remember to watch, hit that subscribe button while viewing us on the YouTube channel. And then also remember to keep checking us out on the Spreaker platform. And hopefully sometime in the next 30 days or so, we'll be on iTunes. So we're gonna look into that as well. I think that'll reach a lot more people getting that on the iTunes platform. So for, again, Uncle Hate, Diego Berishnakoff, again, AA Sports, baby, straight sports, no chaser. We're up out of here. We'll see y'all in a couple of days. Peace. All right, people. Sorry about that. We our connection dropped off from our two guests, but they got their information there. Again, shout out to Driscoll Ferrari, and shout out to our boy Ice Cold Eric from the Kane and Ice Show. We're getting ready to say how you can find their show at Kane and Ice on Twitter, and you can also find them on YouTube. Check out their shows. Great content. They cover everything from basketball, football, even to wrestling. And if you're a Power fan, when Power comes back on here in a couple months, definitely check them out. They'll be on top of it on that as well. Hey, before we get up out of here, what you want to leave the people with? Again, man, this is 100th episode of the rebirth of AA Sports, Straight Sports, No Chaser. It's been a wonderful ride. We're going to continue to ride. What you want to leave the people with before we get up out of here?
We've been doing this thing since 93. We're going to keep it going. We're going to make this better. Trust me, people, we're not looking at it saying we the shit right now. We know we got a ways to go. But we're going to keep bringing real sports talk to you. You ain't going to have us on here howling and screaming at each other for no damn reason like the stuff you see on TV.
And I meant to say it earlier, but I couldn't remember my thought at the time. But you remember when we were on the Vocal platform?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Before we started this back up, we were on Vocal, and it was just us sitting in a room with a black backdrop that I got from, I think, Hancock Fabric with some AA Sports letters on it, and us just sitting at a table, basically drinking and talking sports for an hour or two. So
I can find that video. We put that on. We were threatening the Saints. We was like, if y'all don't win the game, we're gonna come on here next week with them brown bags on our head.
Oh, I forgot all about that. Yeah, I forgot about that. So a lot of history, man. A lot of history. Hey, tell the people where to reach you at on social media.
At Rike6000, holla at me. I talk sports.
There it is. You can find your boy at Diego Barish on Twitter. And don't forget to check out the AA Sportscast page on Twitter as well. And you can always find the content again on the YouTube channel. And also check us out on the Spreaker platform if you're listening. Again, both of those, find us at AA Sports, Straight Sports, No Chaser. We're about to get up out of here. For Uncle Hate, for Diego Berishnakoff, y'all enjoy the NBA playoffs. Enjoy your weekend. We're finna be up out of here. Y'all be easy. Peace.